So this is part 2 of my tummy tuck experience. If you have not seen part 1, please go back and watch that. So the other things that, let's see, other good information. If you're in a tummy tuck group, I'm going to tell you now, like, you get lots of advice and people asking questions in there that honestly they should be asking their doctor. I'm highly going to recommend that you do what your doctor says to do. I mean, some doctors tell their people they can stand straight up from the get-go. Some doctors allow their people to shower with drains. Some doctors allow their people to put stuff on their scars while they're healing, and others don't. My doctor did not allow me to shower while I had my drains, and I actually had to wait 24 hours post getting my drains removed before I was allowed to shower. Also, in my tummy tuck group, the majority of people in there said that when they got their drains out, it did not hurt at all. That was not the case for me. I was very happy to get them out because they are kind of a nuisance, but OM goodness, y'all. I hollered a bit and I cried. When I went to the doctor, I knew I was going to the doctor that day, and it was the most I had been out and about since my surgery. And so I held off my pain medicine because I figured I would need it when I got home. And oh my goodness, did I wish I took it before, because that was very painful for me. So, you know, everybody's experiences are different. So I don't want people to, you know, see other people didn't have any pain at all and think, you know, that they're strange or weird. But I did. I had pain, and it was not pretty. The other thing I notice in my tummy tuck groups, and I want to point this out, if you are someone who is relatively thin and you just have some extra skin that you want removed, proceed with caution. Because what I'm seeing in the tummy tuck groups are a lot of people that are very disappointed after the fact, because you're going to be swollen, and you're going to be swollen for quite a while. My doctors told me that I'll be swollen for 3 months. And so if you're already skinny and you just have loose skin, then that swelling is going to be a setback for you. For me, who had you know, some stuff around my belly, like even with the swelling, I have tremendous improvement, and I'm super excited and I'm super happy with my results, even swollen. But if you're somebody who is super thin already, proceed with caution, because it's going to get worse before it gets better. Excuse me. Let's see, is that it? Also, one of the things that people seem to have issues with in the tummy tuck is constipation. I see that people talking about that everywhere. So I want to share with you what I did, because obviously I read about it ahead of time, and I wanted to make sure that I did not have those problems. So what I did was, as I said before, I did 3 days of a liquid diet prior to surgery. So my surgery was on a Thursday. So on Monday morning, I started liquids. And I also started taking the maximum dose of stool softeners on day 1 of my liquid fast. Excuse me. So I highly recommend it. It worked beautifully for me. And then on the morning of surgery, I actually used an enema to completely clear myself out. And so then post-op, of course, I was eating yogurt, as I said, and also I drink kombucha here and there too. I don't drink it every day, but I do drink it, and so that was a part of my diet as well. But just with the liquid diet and taking the recommended dose of stool softener, which what I did is I would take 1 in the morning and then 2 at bedtime. I did not have any issues whatsoever. And constipation is a big deal in the surgery because obviously it takes ab muscles to have a bowel movement, and your abs are so tender and sore after this muscle repair that yeah, you need to really think about that and be prepared for that. Also, I would recommend, you know, buying a box of 4 or 6 enemas to keep on hand, because if you get into trouble, you don't want to have to wait for somebody to go to the store to get those for you. You're going to want those on hand. Overall, my surgery went very well. I actually was most afraid of leaving, because I went home the same day, so I was most afraid of that, getting to the car and getting home, but it actually went really well. It went really, really well. I was very pleased with that. My husband took off for 2 weeks for my surgery, and so I made it a point to rest in those 2 weeks as much as I could. And I think that's helped a lot also. The other thing that I highly recommend, especially if you have time before your surgery, like months, like get in the gym and get some squats in, do some serious leg work and some serious arm work, because post-op, when I would get out of bed, I had to pull with my arms, and I literally had to tell myself, pull with your arm. So I would hold my husband's hand and I would pull myself out of bed with my arm, and then going to the bathroom was a squat. And I would have to tell myself, you know, think squat. And so going to the bathroom, you know, sitting down and standing up, it was a squat. So if you go into this with having strong arms and strong legs, that's going to benefit you greatly in your recovery. And the other thing people ask is, when can I sleep on my side? When can I sleep on my belly? My doctor told me for the first week that I had to sleep on my back, because he wanted my belly button to set center. And so I was on my back, which if I wanted to be on my side, I couldn't be on my side. I tried 3 times before this week to be on my side. And each time I could go to sleep, but I would wake up in severe pain. So actually now, as I said, I am 5 weeks and 3 days today. So 5 weeks and 2 days, because last night I slept without any of I didn't have the maternity pillow or anything like that, because I've been able to kind of sleep kind of cocked sideways with the pillow on my back. But last night I was actually able to sleep on my side without the pillow or anything, and I didn't wake up in pain. And actually this week has been the first time that I've been able to get out of bed from a laying position. And so I can tell, like, I've turned the corner, things are getting better. I'm actually going to go back to the gym this week and just start with some cardio to get myself back in the groove of things. And then next week I plan to go back to my my boot camp style HIIT classes, but modify them and take it easy in the beginning. So, but having said all of that, I just want to say that I'm very pleased with my results. I'm very pleased with the process. My doctor did an amazing job. I went to Dr. Jeffrey Durham Smith out of Louisville, Kentucky. He did an amazing job. I was most concerned about my belly button because I've seen some belly buttons that do not look pretty at all. He did an amazing job, and I am super, super excited. So, that's it for now. I will cut this, and if you guys have any questions or want to hit me up, please do so. I am on Facebook, Margaret McKnight Barr, and I would be happy to answer any of your questions or assist you in any way that I can. So thank you guys for taking the time to watch my video, and you guys have a great day.